welcome to the FPL USA Press Play Podcast. You got your two hosts back on the mic, Bucks, joined by Brian. But we are back from a never-ending international break, so we needed to spice it up, bring in the juice, actually call on some experts from the hashtag FPL USA community. So we've landed on these two guys. The first choice couldn't make it, so we got Connor, aka FPL_Hunt, and Paz, my Miami brother, who we never meet in person, at FPL_Paz. Fellas, welcome. We love you.
Let me tell you, these boys are worth the squeeze. I'm glad I am.
So corny.
Paz, what's going on? Give Buck some flack, man. He doesn't come to fucking Miami in your backyard.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm, and then he calls me out, right? He calls me out on his pod, disrespecting me. But no, it's good. It's good to be back. Talk a little smack.
Casting. You know, I want to hang out with you, but you know, I can't do cool stuff anymore. Like go to Bodega late night, or we'll meet up for a drink at 11, or at Space Club. I was fast asleep by 9:30. I'm old.
Hey, we could have caught dinner, and you could have spoken to the best FPL USA manager out there. So that would have been good.
I get to do both back in the comforts of my own small New York City kitchen. So it's like I live the dream even when I'm losing.
Looking in the mirror.
Scary times when Bucks looks in the mirror these days. These three kids are running ragged.
All right, let's get into it. It's game week 32 time. I think chips are flying, but maybe not in this group. I might be going out on a limb here, but I think I'm the only one who activated the wildcard chip. Can we do a round of confirmation? Am I the only idiot here?
Well, Brian gets a wild card every week, so
yeah,
he every other.
Brian is wildcard king.
He's taking over the Bucks wild mantle, right? I think he's cumulatively in the last month, he's taken more hits than I have in my FPL career.
And I'll tell you what, it's been rough. It's been rough because I did not win the bounty in the big money league. I've lost it to Danny fucking Welbeck, putting up 12 points against Liverpool. That stuck it in me so hard. And then Ekatike obviously subs off with his little limp dick in the first 7 minutes. That guy is such a troll.
100% hate that guy, bro. I hate him.
Killing me.
That's kind of why I wildcarded. I saw that happen and I was like, right into it. I just smashed it. No going back.
It's been rough. But
and now Isaac is back too.
Quick. All right, toss on the screen for the viewers on YouTube. Reviewing Game Week 31, I put up 78 points on a bench boost, which was pretty disappointing given that I have Gusto and Tiao with 1 and Hill with 1. So, all those defender picks just fucking went up in flames. But, whatever. It's a missed opportunity. I did pocket some money, but not the golden goose that I was going after. But let's kick it over to the next highest score, which if you look at the bench boost, I was good for 20 points over Spain without the S. Connor, what happened?
I just don't care about this game anymore, so I'm just here for the vibes. I legit did not think about FPL. You're like, hey, we're going to pot. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to add anything to this.
All right, let's just end the podcast right now. It's nothing
Man,
to talk about
look
here.
at that.
Sheesh, Louise.
I don't know, at a certain point, it's just like,
Connor,
just
how
throw
many
in
bounties
some
have
guys.
you won? You've won 2 bounties, though, right?
Yeah,
wow.
So I'm up. I'm up 300 at 800K, so
yeah, I was gonna say. So this guy doesn't care, but he has more bounties than me and you combined, Brian. So maybe that's food for thought for us as we look into the future. Connor, any footy that you were consuming at all over the break, or you were just
Oh, I watched the US. I watched the US go
down in flames.
Take 7 goals. So yeah,
rammed it right up.
No, I legit the game was at 4, so I left a little early. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch soccer. I was just bruh. I'm just sitting by myself eating pho, watching the game on my phone. It's just
couldn't happen to
bad.
A worse guy, It's
sucks.
like you're basically a Port Vale fan at this point, watching 7 goals go past.
But yeah, so now FPL's back. So Spain without the S, Pain is back. And I'm just going to do some stupid shit, and hopefully it works. And we'll see what happens.
Love it. All right, let's go on to the other two because, 57, 56, 55 from the other hosts. All mids. All mids.
That is brutal. I mean, I didn't get lucky like Connor with Wilson's goal. Yeah, Connor just gets lucky. Like, I know he's 800K, but he should be lower than that, honestly. It gets me mad that he's not lower than that. Actually, I can't sleep at night because of that. When I saw Wilson go in, I was like, first thing I think of, I'm like, oh, God damn it, Connor got lucky again. But yeah.
9-pointer.
9-pointer,
so
yeah.
In your team other than Dango's points.
Exactly. And then, the worst part is that Connor told me not to make the move from Dango to Wilson, so I just blame him. I was so close of doing it, and then he's like, no, he just saved the transfer. For what? For what? So now I'm at 56 next season. I didn't even realize I was 80K,
Yeah,
that's
Paz,
actually...
you're bearing the lead. You're having a great season.
That's, yeah. Not like my cousin.
Are you winning? Yeah.
No chance.
How many points behind are you?
30 points. I can make it. I can make 30 points. I'm confident with he's forced into Wildcard 32, so that's also, not to get ahead, but
it's possible.
He's forced into it because his team is bad this week.
Wow, the dream is not quite dead. I'll go last. I'm still holding on for dear life here. I'm still reasonably engaged. Nothing can get me down, not even a toddler projectile vomiting and then having to travel for 5 more hours together with them on my lap. I landed on 55 points all out. I'm hovering right inside the top 500K. And honestly, it's sad to see this team because I look at it and just hope springs eternal because when you have Wilson and Bruno Fernandes captain and Gordon, how the heck did I only get 55 points? It's like I feel like I need to hit up my Mafia connects and go break some kneecaps here because I'm owed some points here. I feel like this is a good team on paper that I absolutely already took to the woodshed like 2 weeks ago before I actually set my new team. So yeah, it's all still to play for. 7 game weeks to go. We now know the confirmed double and blank game weeks in the near term. There might even be an additional double coming in a month's time. So, the marathon is approaching kind of that final stage. And this is kind of the last brutal uphill. You're a runner, Paz. I bet you understand that reference. I don't. I'm fat and old.
Yeah, I get that one. It's the worst part. Yeah. You can see the end, but the hope is still there.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to break that 4-hour threshold. And it's like,
nope.
I'm going to just have to PR the entire rest of the race.
Man, I'm looking at some of my other mini league rivals in one of my big cash leagues. This guy is 1.2K, and he's only used triple captain 2.
Oof.
So he's going to be getting four figures plus for his win in that. But wow, if he could 1.2K with 3 chips left, not bad.
Gotta be dreaming of the best ever finish. Yeah,
that guy's in Crown with us, Bucks.
Jeez. Yeah, that's the guy. I know what you're talking about.
That's the guy that's copying Andy Let's Talk FTL's team. There's no way he's at 1.2K.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll back this guy up. He's historically in the last 3 seasons, he's been one of the top 5 or 7 managers in one of our personal mini leagues.
Did he call Chris Wood since July? Because I don't think so. That's the true test.
Chris Wood.
Yeah.
What happened
Chris
to that
Wood.
guy?
Dead.
The man, the myth, the mystery. He's like whatever that flight is that disappeared.
I'm supposed to see him play.
He reached great
New
heights,
Zealand.
then he was never seen again.
Is he gonna play?
Yeah, is he?
I don't know. Is he?
Bro, they are bad. They are bad. New Zealand.
Forest or Aussies?
New Zealand. Well, actually both, but New Zealand, yeah.
Both.
Yeah, I'm supposed to see them versus Iran, and I don't think that's gonna even happen. See you in LA for that one. Oh God. All right. Let's keep it moving here. Bucks, should we shout out the manager of the game week? Do we have that pulled up anywhere in your notes?
Oh, let's do it live and in living color. Fantastic.
So,
this will be great for the program.
Leader in the clubhouse. Oh, would you look at that? It was myself tied with another person on 78 points. Wow. And I used my bench boost and he did not.
What?
Shout out the other person, Brian. Let's train that pronunciation.
Who did he have? What?
Yeah. Apru.
Wow.
Nah. This is something. I can't
even
begin to pronounce it.
Keep going. Dive in deep.
Wow. The letters are all backwards and upside down, so it's hard for me to read it. But he is live rank of 8.5K, and he's got Dubravka with 2, Keane with 8, Senesi 1, Anderson 4, Indai with 10, Bruno Cap 26, Sobo 3, Wilson 9, Gordon 10, Thiago 4, Ekatike 1. That somehow adds up to 78 points. Fuck me, and what a bad week for my
Brilliant. Congratulations. I think it's Artem. There's some Cyrillic letters. That is one language that we admit to not speaking, and that's above our pay grade. Thank you very much. But congrats to you, Artem.
All right, Bucks, should we just recap some of the things that have happened over the last 2 weeks? I've been in LA, Las Vegas. I've been to Cancun since this international break started.
A lot has
FA
happened.
Cup. FA Cup got the big result of Arsenal taking a shit and putting the quadruple to rest. What happened?
You're phrasing it poorly. The Saints have come back to save the sport of football. They trounce Arsenal 2-1. And yes, all the other favorites make it. And then we had a wild one between West Ham and Leeds. That was the magic of the cup in real time. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun game. Week 33 is now confirmed. We know that there will be 6 teams that play twice. There will be 6 double game weeks. And then related to that, there will be 6 teams who blank in 34. Why this is important is because notably Arsenal, who were heavy favorites, are not going to have a double or a blank game week. And that means their opponents in 33 is Newcastle. That game will not be moved. So neither Arsenal nor Newcastle will play twice and have a double game week, which is reducing the player pool that managers can play from. And of course, 2 less fixtures to dream up the perfect bench boost with. So I think that's kind of sentiments are split, whether, it is really important to Wildcard and try and really tackle that bench boost in a big way in 33, or whether a lot of managers are already well set up with 5 free transfers. Maybe they can navigate and play the game a little bit differently, play their own unique style. So that's kind of where we stand right now.
Yeah, thanks for that rundown. Let's toss it to Paz and Connor to get their thoughts on Wildcard 32 versus 35. Those are probably the 2 pivotal points left in the remainder of the season. So let's start with you, Paz. What is your plan ahead of Game Week 32?
And how many transfers do you have banked? I think that's important.
So I have 4 transfers because my assistant, Connor.
4 transfers and you didn't fucking bring in Wilson? Oh,
exactly. Well, my best.
Whoa. We didn't know he was going to be benched. We didn't know Dongo was going to play.
My best friend, Connor, I told him, he's like, I have 4 transfers, right? Should I use one on? And he said no. So, yeah, now I have 4. I guess I'm in a good position with 9 points less than I could have had.
That's what you get. You were relying on Benedict Carnold over here.
Yeah, but my team is pretty well set up for 32 and 34, right? I can get, I think, 12 players with in 34, and I think I only use 2 transfers. So I'm leaning towards the more differential approach of free hit 33. I think that's just a higher tapping into the variance if I want to push higher into the ranks. I mean, I can fall outside as well if Wildcard hits, but I just see my team. I have 10 home fixtures. I only have Holland away at Chelsea, which is a good fixture either way. I don't know. I feel like my team is well set up, and with 4 free transfers, I can just bring in the players that are needed around 34, and then be well set up for Wildcard 35.
All right.
Is there a team maybe that you feel like you're missing going that strategy? Is there like a
Yeah,
team?
so I mean, definitely Semenyo, right? I feel like just the EO there is gonna be so high. Everyone's gonna have him. It was already
right now.
It was at 55 and 30, but in 30 it was like 80, right? Then I guess it dropped because people sold him. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna shoot right back up. O'Reilly will probably be around 40. So those are the ones that those Man City ones, right, are scaring me a little bit. But
you only miss them in 32 because we'll assume you get them in 35.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So exactly. So I think that's it. And then the bench boosts, I was looking at most of them for 33. I don't know. It's a lot of bench boost depends on Brighton's defense, right? Because they play Chelsea and Spurs in 33 away. So I just don't know if they're gonna keep a clean sheet then, right? If they don't keep a clean sheet, then it's just kind of a fail.
Yeah, you need a DEFCON from Van Heck to make bench boost like come close to 20.
Or you can be like my cousin and get 2 goals from him, right?
It's happening. It's happening.
There's always that. There's always that possibility. But those are the teams that I guess I'm struggling with the bench boost, and then Chelsea in 30 and 32 are it's the scary part.
How about you, Connor? What's going on with your plan right now? Knowing the fixtures, knowing the congestion, and your free transfer situation. What's your plan?
So I only have 2 free transfers because I'm a suboptimal manager.
Wow,
and I tell Paz to hold all of them. But before the break, I basically just wanted to keep all options on the table, and then once Arsenal lost, it was kind of great because it kind of opened up more options for people, I think. And my team is also really well set for 32, 34. And I think like the determination of your chip path is basically just how much risk you want to take on, how happy are you with your rank. Because if you're wildcarding, I mean, we talked about it like beforehand in the chat and stuff. It's like you have like one option to wildcard into. Like how many differentials can you have? You'll basically have the same team everyone else has, which is great if you want to play it safe. But like for me, I'm like my rank is dog shit, and I'm basically just praying. So I'll go the differential strategy.
I don't know if I completely validate what you're saying there, because I think like, yes, you're going to have somewhere around like 8 of the same core players if you wildcard 32, but there's still room to be like a wild man on the fringes. So, but yes, like let's just go through it. Like Holland, Semenyo, O'Reilly. I feel like those 3 are locks on a wildcard 32, even though they play Chelsea before then. Then you have probably João Pedro and Cole Palmer from Chelsea, even though they play Man City. And then you're looking at probably like double or triple ups on Brighton, who stink, Bournemouth, who might already be on the beach, and Leeds or Burnley. I mean, it's not the sexiest of wild cards for sure, but I just think that like, you know, you're getting more fixtures, more time to heal it on the back end. That's kind of what pushed me into it. And I didn't have Holland. I feel like right now, knowing that Man City are most likely going to be the team that double twice, I just figure like I didn't have Holland, I didn't have Semenyo. Just get those guys in, rip my team up, make it happen. That was my mindset.
I'm not saying it's bad. I think I'm just saying if it's the prevailing strategy.
Lame, though. It's a little boring, right?
It's not even boring. It's just like if that's the prevailing strategy and you want to increase your rank more or introduce more variability in your end rank, you'll want to choose a different strategy. That's kind of yeah.
Wait till you see my wild card draft filled with, you know, suboptimal wild picks.
Oh God,
I am interested.
Yeah, I wanted to see those 3 differentials. What? That looks like everyone's team.
Okay.
There it is. Hey, Ryan, making me look bad. God,
this is the template. This is the template.
It is very template. I think where I'm different is I have Munoz. I already had him. I wasn't willing to sell him.
Matoma.
And I have Matoma as kind of my third. I have Esteval in another draft if I'm really just going, balls deep on my Chelsea.
You're not going there, bro. That's
my wife has him. My wife knows he's my fave. So, but she gave up on FPL around game week 15. So, what does she know about ball?
Interesting.
Yeah, this is, I feel like, a pretty straightforward draft right now. I mean, I think the forward line almost picks itself with Leeds doubling. If West Ham doubled, I think the wild card draft would be a little more dynamic, so to speak, because people would have Bowen and maybe, again, there's just ways to chop it up a little differently. But kind of like get a Leeds player, maybe get a Leeds goalie, then target the other teams. That's the way my team fell to the floor. And I
just want to shout out. Nobody should ever send a wild card draft in the fucking app. Like, I want to see what the team looks like in double game week 33. So thanks for showing us what it looks like for 32. But
I think that's important context. Yeah. I think it's important context because honestly, that's the biggest thing that I regret having already locked my wild card in. Because again, early on, I rage transferred Holland and Semenyo in. Is the game week 32 team actually sucks. It's like really pitiful. And I look back at my team from screenshots before game week 31, and then I just manually entered it into, FPL.team, and it scored like 11 points more than this wildcard draft. And of course, you never want to make your wildcard, use the chip, and then be like already in the red with your points. And I think that's really the biggest decision tree that a lot of FPL managers are going to have to come and make that call, because like Connor and Paz are referencing, probably your game week 31 team is better set up for game week 32 than your wildcard 32 team is going to be. And that's the reality I discovered a little too late to save myself.
Yeah, in this scenario, you need Chelsea and City to be like a 3-2. Which would be great. Points. Otherwise, you're probably going to be outscored by your game week 31 previous team. But
yeah, and you have you want to have triple Bournemouth. They play away at Arsenal. That's like a total yuck fixture. And then, Brighton are one of the most bipolar teams in Premier League history in recent memory. So yes, they play Burnley, and that should be a cupcake fixture. But Brighton might show up and they might be the batter and not the cake.
Yeah, you're depending on that clean sheet. That clean sheet's huge. Wait, why Munoz? Why Munoz over Gabriel?
I am fading Arsenal. I don't have banked free transfers like you do, Paz. So
you want it to be a little different, but that's the template. The only difference from this to the template is that's the only difference.
Yeah, I guess I didn't switch it, but I would have DCL starting over Tav. But yeah, it's not, I'm not reinventing the wheel here. Like you said, the template is really strong for a reason, and there's only 6 doubling teams. So I could definitely find a way to have 15 doublers, but I just feel like Bruno specifically is the one that's like, don't sell this guy. He's arguably the best FPL player this season, and it's not all that close right now through the course of the whole season, as opposed to just a hot start. And then Munoz, like I said, I'm probably going to want a way to get to at least double Palace in 36 for when they might play Man City as part of a double. And I just don't really have free transfers banked. So I need to know myself a little bit. And if I don't have Munoz, then I'll be taking hits for him. And defender hits have worked horribly for me all season. I'm down like 40 points from 2 defender hits this season.
So any love for Leeds outside of DCL? You're looking at, who do they have in the double? Like
their double is really good. Their double is really good.
Bournemouth away.
Yeah.
So like Rodon, any love for anybody else? Just kind of curious, like where else you could differentiate on the template.
That guy only scores points when I don't need him. But wait, what about what's his name? The midfielder Stock.
He got like a hurt ankle or something.
He might be injured. Aronson is the one that I think like he could be the spammer.
Is he back in 33? Because that would be huge for free hitters
We
if
don't
he's
know.
back.
We don't know.
But you might know ahead of 33 free hit.
Right,
It's
yeah.
tough for wildcarders now, but if you are free hitting, you'll have that.
That's because that double is really good for Leeds. So that would be an edge.
Would you pick Statch if he was fit over Tavernier?
I think I would have right? I think I would have. That's an interesting one.
Newcastle away, Leeds at home.
Yeah. Well, you know how I feel about Tav, so probably.
Yeah,
he's the biggest troll I've ever seen.
He doesn't even have penalties anymore. The guy's
of course.
He just takes. He doesn't give.
If Connor had him, he would take every single penalty. But with me, it's like
okay, that was unlucky. That was really bad.
That was insane.
Meanwhile, former FPL champion is getting Krupi off the bench for his penalty last week.
Oh yeah,
what the flying fuck.
Yeah, that's it's funny. I actually told my other cousin to bench Krupi, and then he did not bench him. I forgot for who, and then he's like, "Oh my god!" Like he got benched, and then I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I told you." And then he comes in and scores, and I'm like, "Of course, bro."
No, he doesn't just score though. He takes the penalty off of your
comes
boy.
off the bench at 19 and just like bangs in the.
Hilarious.
He like shows his aura card and just like bosses Tavernier to the sideline.
Okay, let's go to the next wild card.
Pass. I feel like you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Lads.
We're finding out how many teams you're managing right now.
Yeah,
I'm concerned for you.
Yeah, I wish.
All right, so on the screen we have Paz's rough draft here. Again, he's not activating the chip, it seems like, but just running us through what this could look like in Game Week 32. Wow, well, a gross sighting.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean that is just
more love than Toma?
It's just not. Yes, I mean I think he's boring.
Rudderless?
What about Gomez? Gomez looks like he could be a fun pick. Does he start
He's on
a lot?
9 yellows.
Yeah, it's over for him.
Carded.
Yeah, so I mean, this is just a boring template that I picked. I just look at this team and it makes me want to free hit 33 even more. It's just depending on, like you said, O'Reilly. You need a 3-2 game there. You need a high scoring game. I just hope Semenyo or O'Reilly or both, get benched. That'll be amazing, and then Burnley score. So I'm hoping for that. With this team, I mean, it's good on paper, but I think I'm hoping. The reason I wouldn't grow, I mean, I just think it's a better attacking double in 33 than 32. So I know some people are going for triple Brighton because they want to, triple defense on Brighton. I think that's what reviews pushing. But I think I would just, I think I saw that's the template for them. So I don't know. I just don't like this draft at all. I know this is the template. I think you're hoping for a lot of good things happening on both sides. Like, Palmer, Pedro, Semenyo, O'Reilly. That's not what I would want in my wild card.
I think the biggest issue is you're putting your eggs in baskets for teams that are just not proven, unknown, like a Chelsea. Like Chelsea they're clearly a good team, but they're kind of adrift right now. And then it's like Brighton, Burnley, Leeds. How motivated are those teams going to be to, stomp both of their opponents in 33 kind of feeling? So I can see why you're skipping it. My team is not all that well set up, I didn't feel, and I just didn't inspire confidence. I felt like it was time to shake it up.
Bucks, have you considered anything Bucks Wild, like no Holland or no Semenyo?
That's what I'm doing.
So I looked at a no Semenyo setup. I'm probably going to captain Holland, especially since City double likely twice. I feel like it's too risky to bet against him 4 times, right, as opposed to 2 or even 3. I just tend to be a little bit of a sheep when it comes to Holland. In my recent memory, he's the best striker I've ever seen in the Premier League. On his day, he's levels above Harry Kane, and Harry Kane previously was the best striker I had seen in the Premier League in like when I was really, really tapped in. I wasn't, as involved when Drogba or Aguero was really hitting his prime the first time around. So yeah, it's just this is the my front line is pretty settled. I feel like Holland is for sure in, and then DCL is for sure in. Where I'm kind of starting to make crazy picks is more to go for like maybe I go for Welbeck alongside DCL. So I've potentially three penalty kick takers, or I have instead of Semenyo, I go Gehi and O'Reilly in defense.
Jerky.
So there's definitely ways to make it a little spicier. Right now, I feel like just completely fading Arsenal and Liverpool are kind of that was where I found like enough differential versus the wider community who's still engaged to just take that punt, and then just there'll be one or two picks that will just be for me kind of thing, like the Matoma.
All right. Let's just take a look at Connor's last draft here. If we can pull it up, let's see. Yep, there she blows. A couple different picks in here.
Whoa.
That's just my team.
Oh, that's just
my draft is just Paz's draft, basically.
Look at that team.
Sorry.
Is that Salah? Is that Salah in 2026?
Yeah, in 2026.
Captain.
Yeah, if I were gonna wildcard, it'd probably just be Paz's, maybe with I don't know, something like a Weefer or something. Just scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Connor, I have to commend your fortitude in not hitting the wild card chip, because I also was a Mo Salah Ekitike owner, and God, it felt so good to just rip those fucking guys right out of my team. Like,
actually, I might be bringing Salah in. I might be bringing him back in again. I don't know. I might do Saka or Cunha or something. But you can see, like, if you don't hit wildcard, yeah, it's still better than whatever Brighton players and like Bournemouth and Leeds. It's just like all home fixtures. Yeah.
Swimming in the home fixtures.
I like Cunha a lot. Will you bring him in for Salah? Or for who?
That's after transfer. So I'll bring in Bowen for whatever fodder. And then the Salah spot is Palmer right now. So it could be Cunha, Palmer, or Cunha, Salah.
Oh, you're
Saka.
bringing in Salah.
You're wild, man. Yeah.
Oh my God. What?
Roast them, Paz. Don't let me get away with this. Fucking.
I mean, blink twice if you've been hacked. If is this the Egyptian state TV right now?
Dude, it's just like he's been terrible, but it's like I don't know. Everyone else also sucks. You know.
And is that Ballard? Ballard, you're still a believer in that guy?
Yeah. You know, he's been good. What are you talking about? And then Spurs suck. They suck in the air too. This is perfect. Okay.
Now with what's the new manager? What is he? Wait, yeah, they got De Zerbi. I hated that. I hated that guy in Brighton, so it's not gonna be fun.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, he was awful.
Yeah, but at least they canceled the Kanye West concert. You know, they're at least doing something right. Golly. The team can't even stay out of the headlines when it's for good news. I mean, just like do nothing, Spurs. Just don't let us hear about you for like the next week.
Says the guy who's trying to rep Enzo Fernandez every day, and just Chelsea fucking around.
I love Chelsea. He's dead to me. Sorry. I love the boy. He was our sacrificial offering to Real Madrid to heal the club.
Yeah.
I mean, are there any other picks on Chelsea for the double game week? Like, do you go like Gusto or anybody else, like trying to mix it up and maybe
what about
one of the other
Cucurella?
teams?
I mean, Cucurella, it's not a good one, right? Yeah.
He also could be yellow card out, so that's the risk there.
Yeah,
I think it's really you got to go attackers. So I would go like João Pedro. I mentioned Esteban. I think he could be a good pick. Neto. Gittins is now injured and Garnacho still is Garnacho. So I feel like there is one spot open in the attack, and you just kind of choose if it's going to be Enzo, choose if it's going to be Esteban, or just go for Neto, who, I feel like is more certain for minutes.
Okay.
And I feel like the City game is maybe I'm wearing my Chelsea fan pride on my shirt
You're
a little too
You're a
bold.
Chelsea fan?
You
I never
didn't
knew
know
that.
man.
tell
I had
us
man.
more
no
about it.
idea.
I
Yeah.
feel like they're gonna score against Man City. City leak goals. So even though it's end of the season, City, I think there's goals to be had there.
You guys are losing.
We might lose, but I think we're gonna score some goals.
Oh, 3-2.
Did
You're hoping for
anybody-
the 3-2 on Wildcard.
Yeah, why not? I want all the goals.
Did anybody
More goals, more
watch
fun.
the Liverpool and City match? I did not catch a single moment of it.
I watched it. It was brutal to watch, and it was the only match from the FA Cup I watched. So it was
Salah,
Also
huh?
watched it. It was a
Missed penalty?
humbling experience.
missed penalty, big chance, just awful.
He missed like
awful.
2 big chances. He had this
Yeah.
tap in last season on this left foot that was, it was rippling the net, and he it might have murdered some fans in the stands and missed so badly.
Yeah.
He might not even play Fulham. Like, let's be real. So that's why maybe I'll do someone else, but because they got
Why not?
PSG tomorrow.
Yeah,
Why
PSG
wouldn't he
twice.
play? That doesn't make sense. He's definitely going to play.
No.
Well, reduced minutes, right? So
Yeah, didn't he get benched last? He got benched. I had him last time he got benched like a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
after-
Well, why don't you like the double Man U, right? Cunha's I'm thinking about bringing him in. I'm a triple Man U midfielders.
Attack? Wow.
I might. I still have time to think about it. So we'll see after PSG.
Yeah, Bucks attack. Just go all in. I mean, that's actually fire.
I think that's the new fun dynamic, because I know like what the advanced analytic servers are saying with the triple defense. I mean, that just feels so lame and boring and very risky because everyone's scoring goals right now. So I don't know. I feel like spice up life a little bit. Triple Man U attack, then you free hit,
Yeah.
and then you have him right back in. That's a fun
Yeah.
play.
Oh, perfect. My computer's restarting.
No.
Carry on, gentlemen. Carry on.
All right.
I
fuck
mean,
off,
yeah.
Ryan. You weren't adding anything of substance anyway, young man.
I was just trying to roast you, but like, look at this. I can't wait to.
Damn. Look at this
It's
beard.
literally
That's
the
I couldn't
Apple
even
back screen, and I can hear you guys, and then it's just restarting. What the fuck?
Wow. Couldn't have timed it better if you drew it up on paper.
That's a wrap.
What do you
Well, boys,
think?
I'll
Connor,
let you take it from
Paz, who are you captaining in game week 30?
Oh man, there's only one in 32. There's only one guy.
32,
There's only
yeah. Who's that?
Bruno. Bruno's the only guy.
Bruno.
It's the only guy we can consider.
Salah,
Captain,
Salah, it's time.
Man,
And are you
So,
using any transfers, Paz? I know you're not using
so-
your wild card.
let me read off my team just for the listeners. So my team is Raya, Virgil van Dijk, Gabriel, Richards, who has played so many minutes for me.
He's
Bruno
a
and
legend.
Bomo.
He's been.
He
great
is a
this
legend.
season.
Yeah, he is. Dango starting, Anderson, Thiago, Ekitike, Holland, and then bench the Rafka, Tavernier, where he belongs, Anderson, and Rodon.
Wait, so
I am-
you're gonna keep
Who?
Dango?
So I think this week if I don't wildcard, yeah, I'll get him a home game. He's good at home. And then I am tempted to go Tavernier to Cunha, and then Ekitike to Jared Bowen.
Ooh.
As, like, two
And then
free
you still have
transfers?
2 free transfers going into your free hit draft.
Yeah, so I would go into 34 with 3 free transfers. Hopefully I can roll and get 4, but I may use 1. I'm not sure.
Can I ask a silly question? You didn't do
yeah.
Wilson.
Mhm.
Why not? You don't like? I love that Wilson pick against Liverpool. They're conceding to everyone. I feel like he's the one that's going to get away on the wild card for wild carders because
Is
no
he?
one's going to
'Cause
pick him.
Liverpool away, I already have Virgil, so like it just seems like lowering my upside there. I don't know. I don't want to go with Wilson away. He has
Don't make a bad problem worse. Verge stinks. So just get the guy that's going to score against him. It's
But I have
perfect.
Cunha right there. That's triple Man U attack. How much different can I get?
Yeah, that's
That's-
true.
I
And that's
just
a
don't
Monday
know.
bonus fixture. You're going to go into Monday. Everyone's
I'll
gonna
have
be
hope.
like, you'll be like,
So-
yeah, I got this. 4
After
guys
Man
in their
City,
attack.
after Man City kill me on Sunday, I'll be sad. I'll be obviously, cursing at everyone in the chat, and then I'll be ready for Monday. I just don't know if Ekatike to Bowen is worth it. That's the thing that's holding me off. I want to see. Hopefully, Ekatike plays 90 on tomorrow because I actually have in UCL fantasy. So I hope he plays 90, gets benched on the weekend, and then I can bring him back in UCL fantasy. So I think he might get benched.
Ekatike.
Yeah.
I thought the guy, shattered his leg in like 6 places when he got bumped into by James Milner's walker. I've never seen a 22-year-old go off with like such a nothing injury. He's supposed to be a professional athlete.
I was very angry. I woke up for that 8 minutes in, getting my coffee, and then this guy's just walking out. I'm like, what's going on? It was brutal to watch. But they, everyone else, I think, in no one else did well, right? In that game for Liverpool, so it was fine. Some people had Szoboszlai. Yeah,
that's fair.
Why you don't like Dango?
I just feel like you have the free transfers. I'm saying it as from a jaded position of little to no free transfers, and I just feel like rip that guy. He doesn't have penalties. He's not nailed.
So
it's a fine fixture. It's not
the reason
Everton
why. So the reason why I'm selling him, I'm selling Tavernier over Dango is because Tavernier blanks, right, in 34. Mm-hmm. And Dango has a fixture. Yeah. I just don't know. I can bench Dango and start Anderson.
You have plenty of transfers.
For who, though? I have to bench one. Tavernier's on my bench. Who would I bench?
Sell Dango this week, and then when you get to 34 and you're going to need a player, you'll have more free transfers banked. You'll sell them out.
All right, but I'm selling Dango and then Ekatike, right? For Cunha and Bowen. I start Anderson. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like I'm using an extra transfer.
Let me pull our third guest in here. Connor, what do you think? I know.
Didn't go to Wilson, 100%.
The exact opposite advice I gave you a month ago.
You don't have to use a transfer. You're chilling, bro. Are you considering anyone other than Cunha, like Saka?
No.
Even though he's dead.
No, he's dead. Is he alive? What? He's not gonna play.
Why are you selling Palmer? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Palmer, Connor, what's going on? Talk to us. You need some therapy here. Chelsea.
Well, he
just scored 7
goals,
baby.
So I should keep Palmer and not move it to Cunha or anyone, or Salah or Saka.
Not Salah. I feel like that's we would be bad friends, even though we're directly competing for the world #1 here. If we told you to sign back up for.
I'm just doing Hail Marys at this point, bro. So Salah has the potential. He's on pens, even though he's shit now. Just.
All right, I expect to see him getting the armband from you.
Yeah.
No, not that far.
Not that far. You said you don't care about this game anymore. Yeah.
All right, that's true. Okay, Ballard cap again. Okay. Round 2.
All right, Connor.
You hear that, guys?
Who do you prefer, Cunha or Anderson this week?
Of course.
He loves Anderson. Yeah, but he knows the reason I'm asking him that is because Anderson, if I play Anderson, it saves me a transfer. So is it Cunha or one more transfer?
Like the defender Anderson.
No, Anderson. No, Elliot Anderson.
Oh, I would just play Elliot Anderson.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Do Ekatike to Bowen, right? So that's one transfer.
100%, yeah.
And then just play Anderson and not get Cunha in.
Do whatever's more fun. I think you have the transfers, so.
Up the fun.
I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of him. Nah. Cunha is fun. But Anderson can always score random.
Yeah.
And he plays Spurs, right? Or who?
Nah, they play Aston Villa.
Yeah. It's a DEFCON locked match, but I don't know if that's like a great fixture otherwise.
It's not. It's just DEFCON, and then he'll probably get booked. So, who knows?
Connor, are you using any free transfers? What's spicing up the FPL game for you this weekend?
Yeah, same as Paz, right? So Bowen in, and then it's the midfield slot. So we're kind of having the same convo. Cunha, I don't know.
it's interesting because I feel like the wild carders, we're really like, I'm desperate for one defender and one midfielder, right? I want to find like the not picked Senesi. I feel like is such like a throwaway pick. I haven't had him all season, and I've slagged the guy, but he's affordable on the wild card. And then you have like that 1/5 midfielder spot. It could be a Brighton guy, it could be a third Chelsea guy, it could be a Burnley guy if you're insane. It's not necessarily awe-inspiring and getting you hot and bothered, but it sounds like the non-wild carders also have some dilemmas at hand, but they're with better players. I'd definitely rather have Cunha or Wilson than Matoma or Weefer, just to leave it at that. You all agree on that?
Weefer, man. I don't know how he got. Connor just threw a random name out.
Bro, it's because every option is ass, and he gets DEFCON, so you just like take the 8 points, and that's pretty good. Matoma's gonna get 4.
I don't know what I did to the gods, new and old, that I'm back with Bart Verbruggen in my team. I curse the man, and I curse everything his club stands for. But I'm back. I'm back in the insane asylum with a triple Brighton in my wildcard draft by choice. No one's holding a gun to my head. I'm just doing it to myself.
You sure? Blink, man, because that is. I mean, you're not like Harry, FPL Harry when he transferred. He used 2 free transfers on goalkeepers and somehow got a positive result out of that.
No, but would never happen to me. Would never.
No,
I could never be the guy picking Ballard in his team game week 1, only for him to be the top.
He's a good pick, bro. Look at the results, okay?
Results? Ass. I picked him one time. I remember when I picked him, and guess what happened? He didn't play.
Is this going to be the both Paz? I know you're like on track for a respectable rank, and less so for me and Connor's. Is this going to be your worst rank in recent memory, Connor?
Oh yeah, bro. I got like 100-something K when I wasn't trying.
I was gonna say, I think last year we had you on. I think you had like 5 straight top 100K finishes. Does that sound right?
So first season was like 150K, then it was like 10K, 5K, 6K, 100K last season.
Okay, so
and right now I'm 800K.
Yeah, he's cooked.
Yeah, that's not good. Well, if you're listening at home,
I will say though, it's kind of like reframing my whole life. No, reframing like FPL, because it's like if you play risky, if you play with fire, it can shit on you. But
is that how the saying goes? Dang,
I
in 2026.
Yeah, man, changed it quick. I thought you get burnt, but no, he gets shit on. What's going on there?
So
what 80K? I feel like you're also a really consistent top FPL USA manager. I won't even couch it just to the best country in the world. I'll say you're one of the better managers in the entire game, and I know both of you take pride in it. So you feel like the DEFCON rules, like what's the fly in the ointment this year? We're just kind of all over the place and not taking it as intensely.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably gonna push
Blame
again.
the life, Paz.
No, so it's funny. This time last year, I was 100K and I finished 17K. So I think I can just get to. I can probably get to 17K again, which it'll be 3 straight years of 17K, which would be crazy.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
the hopium is what kills us, though.
You take the black pill and you realize none of it, is up to your control, and it's all luck. Okay, because I was also like around that rank last season, but then I did the differential path, and then it like blows up in your face. So it's kind of like,
yeah, I mean,
you just need to get lucky.
These 2 paths, that's what I'm saying. These 2 paths can actually just completely blow up in your face. So I can finish 200K easily.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If Wildcard smashes it, but I don't know. I'm gonna see how it goes.
You're not moved by it. I'm taking.
No, not the wild card. I mean,
and you feel like both you're gonna hit green arrows in game week 32, as opposed to us wild card sheepers.
I have a sneaky feeling that a lot of the content creators that push these things will probably not Wildcard. I think
The
a lot of
cartel.
them, yeah. So I'm hoping for that because they somehow, when everyone does something, it just works. It's weird. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that, but like Tavernier, I bet in 33 smashes it. Like I bet he just goes. Like remember Murphy last year? Like everyone got
that
him
was
in.
some bullshit, bro.
Yeah, like
I had him for that. I love that. Every minute
yeah,
of that.
and people just brought him in, and then he never did anything again. So it's funny how it works. It's just
Pascal Gross is gonna get a bunch of goals now.
Yeah. It just
I don't know.
if
I'm still
it's
waiting on
just
my
annoying.
Solly March points, and I'll never forgive FPL or Brighton for that.
I was
travesty
happy. I did not have him. I was on the McAllister train. So yeah,
You're a better
not
talent
ideal.
scout, maybe a worse FPL manager in that moment.
Yeah, I mean that was everyone captain. That was a funny one.
Anyway, lads, I feel like I've taken enough of your time. Let me give you both last minute to plug anything you're working on. Doesn't have to be necessarily FPL.
Oh, you're good?
Technical
You died
difficulties here. Yeah, just tell us what's going on, anything you want to plug, and closing words for this episode.
Nah, no plug. Just follow me on FPL Paz. I will just be screaming at Connor all day. If you want to join the FPL USA Discord.
And Paz, you're wearing a beautiful jersey. Anyone who's going to be going to the World Cup supporting Ecuador?
Yeah, of course. Ecuador,
Paz.
Caicedo, the best midfielder in the world.
My daughter and I both have his jersey, and we are wearing it in Miami. We got shouted out, but unfortunately,
yeah. When you didn't hit me up, when you came here and you just didn't let me know.
I don't want the listeners to have to hear all about my vacation from hell, but it wasn't quite the Miami excursion that I had dreamed it would be.
Well, hopefully next time you let me know. You can come around Brickle.
I would love that. I owe you. Yeah. I owe you drinks at Big Pink or something like that.
Big Pink. Yeah. Well.
You're looking down your nose at that shout out. Connor.
Yeah, if they made it this far, I don't know what they're doing. They should get a different hobby. No.
Touch grass.
You DM me on X, get you in the Discord, okay? We need more people in there. So,
yeah.
Yes, Massa. I will join that. I promise. More social media for me.
You just pop in when you need help.
Yeah, bro. Just get plugged in. Get plugged in so you can just see everyone just there.
I turn over to my wife who just hears me screaming about the Premier League every weekend morning. She's like, "Who did it to you this time?" I was like, "Oh, it's this French guy, Hugo Ekitike. I hate him."
Yeah, that one for sure, right? 7 a.m. for us, 4:30 a.m. for Connor. Like that was brutal to watch. Connor just woke up to the news.
Yeah, I just woke up. What is this, bro?
Yeah,
7 minutes.
That's better sometimes. You don't have to experience it in real time.
Yeah. Do you ever wake up for those games, Connor?
I occasionally do. Like I feel it in a disturbance when I'm asleep. I wake up and then I check and I say, "This is bullshit." Huh?
You only do it for your team, for Arsenal?
Well, I don't really have a team except the FPL team. But no, if it's like some stupid captaincy, like I get so anxious. Like when I captain Ballard, I'm like, this is so fucking stupid, and then it works out. But yeah, I think it's better to wake up after.
Oh, you did captain Ballard, right? When you went against Bruno, and you were down 1 point on that.
Yeah, so it was fine. It could have been bad.
No, I'm kidding. I like Ballard. Ballard's a good guy.
He's a baller. He's a Ballard.
He's
this has been a ballad. Gents, thank you guys both for coming on, for spending the evening with us. This has been another great episode of the FPL USA Press Play program. You can find us on social, on YouTube, or your favorite podcast platform. I'm Bucks. Thank you, Paz and Connor, for joining us. And to Brian, who's run away from any responsibilities or any working electronics. Love you guys.
See you, boys.